Y'all ever get like a 3 a.m. random motivation? That's a rhetorical question. We all do. This is basically what this video is. Now, I've had some plans for this channel for quite some while, and I've kind of figured out what I want to do. So basically, if y'all ever seen like my dream scenario for this channel would be like, if y'all know who Agent 00 is, he has like a Agent 00 everything channel. That's kind of like the dream scenario for this channel. So yeah, I think I'm gonna play like games here. Like there's a lot of single player games I've never played. I'm gonna play games, react to videos, maybe in the future do some IRL. I'm not really like too IRL, but to start off, we're gonna try to do something familiar. We're trying to react to some football. So our first vid we have, how good was Julio Jones ready? Shout out to Blitz. I've never watched one of his videos, but this has been on my recommended, and why not watch it here?
Julio Jones became the fastest player in NFL history to reach 10,000 receiving yards, doing it in just 104.
Also, let me know if the sound needs to be up, if anything needs to be up after this video, of course, because you can't let me know during the video, right? Come on, like obviously.
Games from 2014 to 2019.
Actually, let me turn
Julio
it.
Averaged 103.8 receiving yards per game, including
he averaged 103 per game,
1,400 yards. As he owned the 2010s.
Julio averaged 103 per game.
All said and done, he'd shattered every major.
I've never knew Julio averaged 103 per game. Hold on, bro. What is up with my setup, bro? I feel like everything's off right now. He averaged 103 per game. How did he not break? How much did Calvin average then? Yo, hold on. I've never like looked at his like season stats. I know Julio was good. That's what I know. Julio was good, but I guess this video is telling me how good he was. What am I like? Come on, watch the video. Watch the video.
History. At 6'3", 220 pounds with 4.39 speed, Julio was a physics problem defenses couldn't solve. Too big for corners, too fast for safeties, too technical for double teams.
This is like
All-Pro cornerback Patrick Peterson.
Julio. I think Julio is like Jemiah Smith's ceiling. I think Jemiah Smith's floor is like DK Metcalf, but I think his ceiling is like Julio.
Even said he's definitely one of those mutants. Somebody definitely created him in a lab somewhere with.
Or he could be the GOAT. He could be better than Julio. Which Julio, I guess, could be some people's GOAT. So maybe that's still a solid ceiling.
Dr. Doomsville or someone. And yet, for all his dominance, he never won a Super Bowl ring. So how
Super Bowls don't matter for wide
Julio
receivers, by the way.
Jones actually? Foley, Alabama.
Wide receivers literally can't carry.
Near the Gulf
That's like
Coast,
the
where
worst
Friday
position
nights
for Super
meant
Bowls,
one thing,
honestly.
Football. And in the middle of that world was a kid named Quintoris Lopez Jones, but everybody would come to know him.
I never knew his whole name, by the way.
Either. He was 6'3",
Lopez
built
Jones,
like a grown man, and could move like few high schoolers on the planet. He tore through Alabama's track scene, winning state titles in the long jump, triple jump, and high jump. He could run the 100 meters in 11.1 seconds.
Does he have like an African background?
Feet through the air, and still make time to dominate on the
Julio's
basketball
kind of like
He was named Mr. Alabama Track and Field, and by the end of his high school career, he'd collected 6
You gotta have some
titles.
African family.
That raw explosion on the track translated perfectly once he fully committed to football. In his junior season alone, he put up 75 catches for 1,306 yards and 16 touchdowns. People started calling him Waffle House.
Why do you call it Waffle House?
Because I'm open. Yep, I've seen them before.
Nice.
I'm be going to University of Alabama.
Yo, Bama low key, they got a hard wide
Nick
receiver
Saban
core.
had
They should low key be in the wide receiver U conversations.
Taken over the
Like they got Devontae Smith, they got Julio, they got Waddle, they got Ruggs. Okay, they got Mari Cooper. I guess Julio and Devontae Smith carrying right now, right? I thought this is another good one I'm not thinking of.
and managed just 7 wins and 6 losses. He needed a player who could change everything. Enter Julio Jones. In his first college game, under the lights of the Georgia Dome, he scored a touchdown.
Like
against
Calvin
Clemson.
really went there, but
A few
he's not
weeks
really.
later, he torched number 3 Georgia for another score. By halftime, it was 31-0 Alabama. He just kept delivering.
That was
Over
before
100
Georgia
yards
was good.
against Tennessee.
Dude, Georgia used
Julio
to
led
be
the team
buns.
in
Not buns, but
every
they were never
major
this
receiving
good.
category. And
Kirby
became
Smart changed
Alabama's
it.
then
Yo, does he
came
have how good with
2009.
Larry Fitzgerald video? That's one dude I really don't know how good he is. I've seen his like I think he has more tackles than drops, or is that Julio? I think Larry has more tackles than drops. But I've never seen him because I was a little too young. You know what I'm saying, during his prime. Actually, I really didn't watch football that much, bro. Most of my most of my knowledge was really from Madden, bro. I can't lie, but it is what it is, man.
Sophomore.
I mean, I watched every like Super Bowl though for sure. If they were in the Super Bowl like Julio, I've seen them play. But like weekly, maybe if they were facing the Titans, I might have watched them. Maybe the Eagles, depend.
Defenses schemed their entire plan around Julio, rolling safeties.
Actually, I lied. I didn't even start watching the Eagles that much till recently. But I was always an Eagles fan because I was a Deshaun Jackson fan. That was my first football First person I was a fan of.
All that attention opened up the field for Mark Ingram, who went on to win the Heisman and bring Alabama a national
I
title.
did not know
in
they played
2010,
together.
by the time he left Tuscaloosa, Julio Jones ranked second all-time at Alabama in receptions and yards, and fourth in touchdowns. A legend before he ever stepped
Devontae
foot
broke
in the
all
NFL.
those.
At 6'3", 220 pounds, he ran a 4.39 40 on a broken foot. Scouts couldn't believe it. He posted a 38.5-inch vertical, led the combine in the broad jump, and still looked unstoppable. Meanwhile, in Atlanta, GM Thomas Dimitroff believed Julio Jones was the missing piece for a team led by Matt Ryan, Roddy White, and Michael Turner. The problem?
I know Michael
they
Turner.
were picking 27.
And Matt Ryan, of
so
course.
Dimitroff went all in, trading 5 picks, including 2 firsts to Cleveland, just to move up to number 6.
Cleveland did
Atlanta
nothing with
had
those
just
firsts as well.
mortgaged its future for one player. Now the city could only wait to see. Was Julio Jones actually worth it?
I wonder
he
if
put
he was
up his
drafted in
first
fantasy
100-yard game with
at this
6
time.
catches for 115 yards and followed
Wait.
it with an 11 catch first
What week
100-yard
did you say that
catches
was?
for 71 yards. 2 weeks later, against
weeks later.
Tampa Bay,
So week
he
3.
put up his first 100-yard game
3
with 6
weeks to drop his
catches for
first 100-yard game is
115
crazy.
yards, and followed it with an 11-catch, 127-yard performance in Seattle.
What
Then
the-
came week
That's
9
against Legion of
against
Boom?
the Colts, the game that flipped the switch.
Wait, it
On
had to be
one
Legion of
play,
Boom. That was
Matt Ryan
2011.
uncorked a deep ball.
Was it?
And
Hold on.
Julio turned it into an
I might have been,
80-yard
like, right before.
bomb. Atlanta's offense was a machine. Matt Ryan was slinging it. Roddy White was still a threat. And Tony Gonzalez was an ageless
Ooh.
mismatch nightmare.
Do I remember
Julio,
Roddy White?
He was the engine that
That name
made
started
it
to sound
all
more familiar the more you say it.
By midseason, he was putting defenses
remember him as
through
literally from Madden,
nightmares.
though.
Against Philadelphia, Julio torched the Eagles.
Wait,
for
they said 2012?
123
Oh,
yards
wait,
and a touchdown.
2012.
Then
I used to play Madden 12 on a Wii, bro. I remember that. Madden 12 on a Wii. That was such a beautiful experience, man. Some of y'all would never experience that. Now, was it a good one? Not really. You used to have to actually throw it like that. I mean, it was cool, you know. It wasn't that bad. I liked it. I had it on console as well, but something about the Wii, man. Something about the Wii. Wii was generational.
that up a week later by carving up Dallas for 129 more.
Dallas.
1 week he
They always
blew
trash.
past a
All right, now
corner
it's on
with
the
raw
Eagles, of course.
speed.
Of course.
San Francisco
Wait.
clawed back and then
They blew a 21-0 lead?
Castillo put on a first half clinic 98.
Wait, hold on, let me
The
make
duo
sure.
became Atlanta's first pair of 1,000-yard receivers since 1998. In the NFC Championship,
Yeah,
superstar,
they made this
11 catch
NFC
lead,
Championship?
fueled almost entirely by Julio's
That was year
brilliance.
2?
But then, just as quickly as they rose, the magic unraveled.
And then what is it? They
San
said 21-0?
Francisco
I'm not gonna keep
clawed
going back.
back
I'm bad.
and stole the game. But at just 23
Nah, I gotta
years
go back.
old,
Shut up.
you fired 2 touchdowns. Atlanta stormed out to a 17-point lead.
17-point
Still
lead,
almost unraveled.
and they blew it.
San Francisco clawed back and
How old is-
stole the
bruh.
game. But at just 23
crazy.
years old,
Why, he
it
would've
was
went to the
clear
Super Bowl.
Julio
Wow.
was gonna be a problem. By week 5 of the 2013 season, Julio was leading the league in receiving
He could
yards
have had 2
with
Super Bowl
580
chances.
yards in 5 games. That meant he was on pace for nearly 1,900. At that rate,
Wait.
he could have been on track for one of the
When did
best
Calvin Johnson break his
statistical
record?
seasons in NFL history.
When was he on the
Then,
cover? Hold on.
in one moment,
Man,
it
he
all
was on the cover of
stopped.
Madden.
It was Monday Night
Was it
Football against
20,000?
the Jets.
No, it was
Julio
Madden
had
13.
already piled up 8 catches and nearly
And this is
100 yards.
2013.
Late in the game, he went up for a routine jump ball, and when
So,
he came down,
was Calvin
the
Johnson
crowd
better
didn't
pacing this
notice
man this
anything
year?
at first. But Julio did. He had fractured his foot, the same foot he'd broken back at Alabama. For Atlanta, it was like someone pulling the plug on the entire season as they went from
Keekly?
30.
That was
If you
his
knew
doctor,
Julio
bro.
Jones,
Or the
ended
training
early,
staff,
but
too.
it set late in the season.
So has the
against
Falcons
Arizona's
ever had a
top-ranked
good defense, bro?
He set a new career high with 189 yards.
I think actually they
bullying
got some.
Patrick
No.
Peterson and
I'm gonna tell you right now. Atlanta, bro. If Atlanta gets a new quarterback, they're gonna be elite. Oh, I've been watching their games this season because I have Bijan in fantasy. If they get a new quarterback, hey coach, he a little shaky too. I ain't gonna lie. If they replace them too, they're gonna be elite. Their defense is young and like they got a lot of talent on defense.
making
So like a year or two, they keep the core together. They got a new coach and quarterback, or at least one of them. They're gonna be dangerous.
one of the league's best corners look helpless. And just when you thought he
Patrick
couldn't top
Peterson.
that, he did. Week 14
You got a how good? Does he have a
in
how
Lambeau
good was
Field,
Patrick
Monday
Peterson?
Night
Video? I don't know
Football.
too much about him
Freezing
either.
temperatures,
I mean, I know he was good,
national
obviously, from
spotlight.
Madden, but
Julio
I've never
caught
like.
everything.
I don't know
Short
too much.
routes, 1,593 yards, both first in the NFC and top 3 in the entire NFL. He had
Top 3.
officially answered the
Wait,
question.
he said first in NFC?
everyone
Oh, that
was
means he
afraid
had
to
more than Calvin
ask.
Johnson than
Even
you.
if the new head
Crazy.
coach Dan Quinn and offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, they designed an
Oh, wow.
offense that did exactly that
Shanahan.
by mid-season
Wait.
yards and 2 scores.
Dan
Week
Quinn,
6
is he still coaching in the league? I say in the league. In the league? Because they could have really had Kyle Shanahan instead. Oh, Atlanta sucks, bro. They could have had Kyle Shanahan instead of off Morris, whoever they have right now, bro. That's
Versus
crazy.
the 14-0 Carolina Panthers. Julio dropped 178 yards, including a 70-yard touchdown, where he
I remember
lost
this play.
Luke Kuechly and 2 other defenders. By
That's
the end
a
of the year,
crazy
the
play.
numbers didn't even look real. 136 receptions, tying Antonio Brown for the league lead and second most.
Oh, I forgot
in NFL
Antonio
history
Brown.
at the
Yo,
time. He
that's
even
crazy.
became the first wide receiver in Super Bowl era history to lead the entire NFL in total yards from scrimmage, something only running backs had ever done before.
Wait.
And again, Atlanta missed the playoffs,
How did he do that?
finishing just 8-8.
Wait.
And Julio was tired of it.
How did he lead it in total scrimmage yards? Was he rushing, or was his passing yards just that like much higher than running backs? There's no way a running back didn't have 1,800. Oh, let me see. What year is this? I actually have no year. This can't be 2016. So 2015. Any back could have got that. I don't think Lynch would have got that. He wasn't really that crazy receiving. He was good. I don't know. Yeah, he might have just outpaced him, maybe.
So, in 2016, he became
Oh,
a
2015,
man
yeah,
on
like
a
I said.
mission. But little did he know, he was about to face one of the biggest heartbreaks of his
I can't
career.
really-
Week 4
Dang,
brought a rematch
he really
with
just beat them
Carolina,
straight
the same
receiving?
team that had gone 15-1 the year before. The same defense that had bullied their way to a Super Bowl. But this time, they were the ones getting bullied. Julio had 12 catches
this
for
one,
a touchdown
Panthers
and
fell off.
300 yards. He became just the 6th player
I remember
in
watching
NFL
some of the earlier
history
games
to
in that
ever reach
season.
with 9 catches, 180 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
20 yards a catch.
And on football's biggest stage against the New England Patriots, Julio Jones was otherworldly.
You know how
Every
this is
time
gonna
Matt
go.
Ryan in Super Bowl history. That catch
That's
should
like
have been the moment that had sealed Atlanta and Julio's
That's like his only
first
catch of the
championship.
half, I think.
And New England stormed
League
back
collapse.
28-3, and Julio's masterpiece was left
28-3 is
buried under the
ridiculous,
rubble of
though.
heartbreak.
Like, how do you
Following
blow a
such devastating
25
loss,
point
the
lead?
Falcons entered 2017 with more
That's crazy. I'm saying this, but the Eagles blew a 21-0 lead to Dallas. But that was at half, not in one quarter like the 28-3.
questions.
Yeah, it
than
was a regular
answers.
season game.
Every snap felt like a test of whether this team
Dude, who was that
had
running
the
back at this
heart
time?
to fight
D'Angelo
back.
Williams,
And
maybe?
right in the middle of that storm stood
think.
Julio Jones, still the focal point
He
of
couldn't run
every
the ball with
defensive
him?
coordinator's nightmare.
Wait, was he the-
still the freak of nature that broke
tweaking.
coverages, ankles, and
I swear
game
Williams
plans
played for
alike.
the
But through
Falcons as
first
well. I
few
know he played for the
weeks,
Panthers
he
for
was
sure.
out- Everyone in the stadium knew where the ball was going. Julio jumped up, got both hands on it, and the ball slipped through his fingers as he crashed to the turf, inches from glory. Julio finished as the number 4
Good looks,
player
good
in the
looks.
NFL's top 100.
I was a little scared.
15 catches for 169 yards in the opener against the defending Super Bowl champion Eagles.
Oh, it
setting
was
a
the
new
Super Bowl year.
franchise record with his 40th career
That's what I thought.
100-yard game.
That's what I said in
breaking
my head, but I
Roddy
didn't say it
White's
out
mark.
loud.
Just a few weeks later,
what did he do to
went
us?
with 18 catches for 169 yards.
How do you
in the
give a
opener
man
against the
18
defending yard
catches,
game,
bro?
breaking Roddy White's mark. Just a few
At some
weeks
point, you gotta
later,
double
he
team.
went
I'm
for
not gonna lie.
173
Bracket
yards
him, do
against
something.
Cincinnati,
I mean, they probably
and
were doing that.
144 more against
They couldn't have
Tampa.
double teamed him.
However, by the midway
Maybe.
point of the season, Julio's scoring
Nah, I doubt
drought
it, I
had
doubt it.
Julio became the fastest player in NFL history to reach 10,000 career receiving yards, doing it
Yo,
in just
Rice's record is
104
insane.
games. Receivers begin to fade. Julio looked like he was
You said
just
how old?
30 years old. The
Oh,
age
30.
when everyone knew why. In week 2 against the Eagles,
Yo,
he
I
passed Roddy
did not
White
remember he
again,
was this old.
time for the Colts for 128 yards and another score. Then
Bro, I
in
do not
week
remember him
4,
being this
Julio
old,
reached
bruh.
even when the Falcons fell apart, starting 1-7 and watching Dan Quinn's job hang in the balance. Julio
Dude, no,
was a
Dan Quinn looks
constant
familiar.
force. Against
Hold
Seattle,
on, is he still
posted
coaching in the league? I
152
kinda- bro.
yards against the
I'm gonna look this
49ers.
up. Hold on, give me a second, bro. I just dropped my phone. I know he was for sure the Lions coach, bro. Recently. Unless he's like a coordinator on the team now. Bro, Dan Quinn, why? Where is this dude at? Oh, he's the Commanders coach. That makes sense, bro. No wonder I seen him. Oh, look, we're finna face him today. I'm literally recording this at 3 a.m. When I said 3 a.m. in motivation, that was not a joke. It's literally 3 a.m. right now. But yeah, Eagles face him today.
He went off for 134 and 2 touchdowns.
I guess he still is
including a
coaching the league,
wild
but he would've been
game
better
with
than
just
Shanahan.
seconds left. And 12 disaster.
Yeah.
Everything changed. Because behind the scenes,
I'm not being
tension
a
had
Falcons
been
fan, bro.
brewing.
I'm saying that because
On
I
live
like-
television,
I
Shannon
got
Sharp
family in
dialed
Atlanta,
Julio's number
so
during Undisputed.
I used
The
to be in
cameras were
Atlanta
rolling.
quite
Millions were
frequently,
watching.
at least like
And
once
when
a year.
Julio-
Oh man, nah, I'm out of there, man. You out?
He's out of there.
Not long after, it became official. Atlanta traded Julio Jones along
the
with a
Titans.
6th-round pick to the Tennessee Titans.
Bro, the Titans is where your career goes to die, man. If you're not a running back, do not go to the Titans. Literally. Who have the Titans picked up and they've gotten better since going to the Titans? No one. No one has came to the Titans and gotten better. They've only gotten worse. Hopkins. Wait, did Hopkins? Yeah, I can't even remember if he went there because that's how bad he was there. I'm pretty sure he went there. Julio was trash there. Like, do not go to the Titans, bro. Literally do not. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what's like. Why are they always trash? And Titans fans are so delusional too. Y'all really, I guess I'm around a lot of Titans fans because I'm from Tennessee. They are so delusional. Like some of them actually thought they had a chance at the NFC South this year. Like people saying they're gonna win at least 5-6 games. Bro, do they have 2 wins this season? I don't even know if they have 2 wins this season. Like,
Titans for a
they're so
second
delusional,
and
man.
4th rounder. The move paired him with wide receiver A.J. Brown.
I didn't know you played with A.J. Brown.
And with Derrick Henry, the most unstoppable force in football in the
Julio was on the scene?
This team looked unfair on paper.
Fall into the category of doing dumb shit.
Ooh.
It hurts the team.
A week later, Julio exploded for
Yo, Variable, he's on the fence with me coaching, man. Sure, Patriots are looking good, but I've drafted Travion. Travion's clearly better than Ramondre. Now, Travion hasn't been blocking well, but like he got to get on the field more. He got on the field more this last game against the Bills. But like I would have been put him in. Honestly, I would have been put him in. Like, how many times did I just say like? But in the red zone, their running backs are garbage. Travion's the only one that can actually find his way in there.
Tennessee still earned the AFC's #1 seed, and
God,
Julio
Jimmy,
still
I don't know
showed
how
some
they did
fight
this.
at the one thing that had always slipped
You know where
through
he
his
went.
fingers: a Super Bowl ring.
Breaking news, Julio Jones headed back to the
Oh.
NFC South.
I don't remember him
Former
going to the Buccaneers,
Falcons
actually.
receiver.
I thought they were going to show the
Tom
Eagles.
Brady in Tampa. That's been confirmed
Oh,
by
he
our
played on that
Jonathan
team?
Jones. It's a 1-year
That
deal
was
for the
just- that was
seven-time
unc-
Pro Bowler
that was like
who
the
is now
Clippers, if the Clippers actually did
33
well.
years old.
Chasing one last shot at glory. It was the kind of story
Wait, what
that
year is
writes
this?
itself. And right out of the gate, it looked like the dream might come
Hold
true.
on.
In week 1
The
against
Rams
Dallas,
just won it.
Julio turned back the clock, hauling in a
Who won it after the
48-yard
Rams?
bomb.
The Buccaneers didn't
But
win
not
that
long
season, did they?
after, But the Buccaneers fell 31-14.
Oh,
Brady retired
Fournette.
for good, and Julio's chapter in Tampa
Yo,
quietly
what
closed.
happened to Fournette,
In
bro?
2023, Jones signed with the
Ah, there we
Eagles,
go.
catching 2 touchdowns against Arizona. It
What
wasn't about the
oh,
numbers anymore. It was about pride,
2023.
about
Oh my goodness. I was trying to remember what we did this year. I know exactly what we did this year. Nothing. I mean, we were good record wise, but we weren't good in general.
finishing on his own terms. But despite his endless greatness, Julio retired without a Super Bowl ring.
He was cursed,
so that
actually.
begs the question, how
So
good
he
was
missed out on Super Bowls. Like, he was 1 year apart, 2 times in a row. That means the Buccaneers would have won it the year before, no? What year did they win? I just can't think, man. I'm just losing it. But yeah, the Eagles definitely won it the year after he left. And they were in the Super Bowl the year before he came.
Julio Jones? Actually, when you look back at the 2010s, you realize just how stacked that era was for wide receivers.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
Antonio Brown
Yep.
was rewriting the record books in Pittsburgh. DeAndre Hopkins was making impossible catches look routine.
I wasn't
in
even thinking
Houston.
about how crazy Hopkins was at the time, too. I was just thinking of Calvin, and then he reminded me of AB, which he shouldn't have had to, but like I was just thinking of NFC. I wasn't really thinking around the league for some reason.
Odell Beckham Jr. turned
Odell,
sideline
yeah.
grabs into viral
Forgot.
moments, and A.J. Green was silently dominating in Cincinnati.
How
But
good was
Julio
AJ
Jones
Green? That
wasn't
needs to be
part
a
of
bit.
that.
I know he
the
was
one the
doing good. I know his
others
numbers were
measured
good.
themselves against. From 2014 to 2019,
I really don't know what
Julio
type of
averaged
style, like, receiver he was, though.
103.8 receiving yards per game and had 5 seasons with at least 1,400
Who's
yards.
yo? No one was watching Cincinnati then, bro. Cincinnati was terrible. Joe Burrow pulled him out the dirt, but then they're gonna go back in it because he's probably gonna leave.
Tying Jerry Rice for
Which
the
he should.
most in NFL
You shouldn't have
history.
loyalty to these
Julio's
franchises no
career
more, man.
average of 82.5 receiving yards per game. He became the fastest player in NFL history to reach 10,000 receiving yards, hitting that milestone in just 104 games.
Yo, 82 a game. Hold on. I don't want to keep looking stuff up. Like I'm one of them people that kind of want to know something. What is Justin Jefferson's average? Because it used to be 87 before 9, but did it drop under his? Yo, Justin Jefferson, I can't even speak. Justin Jefferson is a dog, bro. Like, y'all don't even understand. I mean, y'all probably do understand. I'm probably just yapping. Oh, wait. He's still averaging 90? So it was 96, not 87. I was 10 yards off. I was thinking, but either way, it dropped tremendously because this year. Because of 9, bro. Like, Justin Jefferson, and they're playing, this is a too high safety era. I mean, yeah, too high safety era, man. Too high shell. He's still averaging almost. Well, he was averaging almost 100 a game, but 9.
He broke every major receiving records in
That's
Falcons
crazy,
history.
bro. Just
Yet,
the difference,
for
actually.
all his accolades, Julio
He's still my
never
number
needed
one wide receiver
theatrics.
in the NFL.
He wasn't
Actually,
just one of the best of his era. He
I'm
was one of the
keeping him
most
top 3.
dominant
We got to see if he
receivers
bounces
the
back
NFL
next
has
year. He's going
ever
back to
seen.
number 1. It's
Jones
not even him
didn't
bouncing. Actually, no, he
redefine
has
the
to drop this
position
year.
through
Never mind.
flash or personality.
But it's more
He did
9.
it through production, precision, and physicality, unlike any other. If you enjoyed this
That's it.
video, stick with
Oh
us.
wow, he does have a Larry Fitzgerald video. That's crazy. I asked about that. I wonder what other videos he has, man. Might have another vid in the works. You got any corners on here? Julio. Who is this? I don't even want to know about him. He's too old for me to really care. They want supposed to be a boxer. I know how good Tom Brady was, bro. Actually, I don't want to know more about him, man. I'm actually good. Oh yeah, y'all let me know. We could actually go through some more of his vids y'all want. But yeah, that's it for this video. Shout out to Bliss, man. Y'all like the video. Actually, let me go like the video. Hey, y'all let me know if y'all want more reaction content. Like I said, we can branch out, bro. We can watch some nature videos. We can watch anything, really.